an altitude of almost 15 kilometers. And as per the flight sequence, at 110 seconds, we should have the ignition of L110, which will be followed by the separation of two solid strap-on boosters at 140 seconds. So right now we are at 86 seconds now. The altitude is around 27 kilometers and velocity is just 1 kilometer per second. And on the display plot, we have a very close match of the vehicle altitude, the pre-flight and the flight predictions.
जी हाँ, चूंकि आसमान बिल्कुल साफ है इसलिए दूर तक अंतरिक्ष में जाता हुआ GSLV Mark 3 और जैसा कि हम देख पा रहे हैं L110 इग्निशन सफलतापूर्वक शुरू हो चुका है। लिक्विड स्टेज और जो सॉलिड स्टेज थी, जो ठोस चरण था, उसका निष्पादन बहुत सफलतापूर्वक समाप्त हो गया है।
So L110 has been ignited at 112 seconds as per the pre-flight program. So right now we are at 135 seconds. So we have continuous burning of strap-ons and L110. And just now we saw the announcement that two solid strap-on boosters S200 has been successfully separated from the launcher.
जी हाँ, दोनों जो ठोस बूस्टर्स थे उनका अलगाव हो चुका है मुख्य यान से और केवल अब द्रव चरण और क्रायोजेनिक इंजन यान उपग्रह को लेके अंतरिक्ष में अपने पथ पर अग्रसर।
So you can see on your screen the vehicle with L110 C25 going into towards the orbit, and the two strap-ons which are falling apart after its burnout at 140 seconds, re-entering. This is the view of the solid strap-on boosters separation from the main vehicle. We are at 185 seconds into the flight, altitude of almost 100 kilometers. The next flight event we are looking at is at 230 seconds when we'll have the separation of the payload fairing, which is the one which protects the...
Right, Professor Ramesh Kapoor, former scientist and Indian Institute of Astrophysics from the Indian Institute of Astrophysics is now joining us on the phone line. Sir, this second development flight for the rocket, quite crucial there because I believe it's the same rocket that is designated for India's first human space flight proposed for 2022, Gaganyaan?
Yeah, certainly. And in fact, I'm already watching it on the television screen.
Yes.
And with great hopes, the entire scientific community was looking forward to it. And as of now, so far now, I see that it's almost like a textbook launch. And it's very important because it has got cryogenic engine, which has been indigenously developed. A technology denied to us, and but we did it. So I'm already seeing the clapping hands, and I expect that in the next 15 minutes, the payloads will reach their initial destination, and then I think ultimately it's going to be a geostationary orbit. And that orbit is from the sea level, 35,786 kilometers.
Also,
so there, yes,
sir, can you also help us understand the importance of the Gsat 29 satellite, which carries communication transponders?
Yeah, certainly, yes, because it has got two KU and KA band transponders and for the purpose of communication. And because through spot beams, the idea is to enable J&K and Northeast for better internet connectivity, etc. And obviously, such a communication satellite is of great usage for the armed forces also. And besides, there is a GeoEye, that's a camera, and that looks at the Indian Ocean. And obviously, the enemy ships, how they go around. So we have an eye, and it's a powerful eye for India. So with each launch, with each satellite, we have the most up-to-date technology. So it's a remarkable thing, and in a few minutes we will hear what is the next development. So
also
it's a matter of pride for us.
Correct, absolutely. A matter of pride for India there with the successful launch today. Also, sir, the Gsat Mark III, a rocket that is designated for ISRO's second moon mission as well, I understand. Help us understand what are the capabilities of Gsat Mark III, sorry.
Yeah, certainly, yes, because initially there was a experimental flight, but this one is the second developmental flight. So we learn a lot with each such launch. So then we increasingly focus on our fineries and then make the things better and better and perfect for the next launch. So Chandrayaan-2 obviously will ride on it, and human space flight mission of ISRO, which we are visualizing in 2022. So that is going to use this rocket, and it's as ISRO itself calls it Fat Boy, and it's slightly shorter in height compared to PSLV extra large. But it's really very heavy, and it can carry a very heavy payload, up to 4,000 kilograms. So the satellite it's carrying is 3,423 kg only. So let's look forward. What happens next? Yeah.
Also, sir, you know, we were talking about Gsat 29 satellite and the communication, in fact, internet connectivity that you said that would improve in Jammu and Kashmir and the northeastern regions, and that is why space and satellite technology are all the more crucial for a developing country like India. You know, it can also help in situations of disaster, right?
Oh, certainly yes, because as it has been said many times more than 20 years ago, space the final frontier. In fact, space is not a place of fighting or a competition. Space is for cooperational usage. And then space is very hostile. Any small thing that goes wrong can result in a disaster. Besides, so far now, our record has been wonderful. We have Cartosats and we have other Earth observation satellites. So in the events of disaster, so for the purpose of management, the information through the satellites becomes very crucial. So obviously what you said is right, because with each satellite we get richer and richer.
Absolutely. Sir, talking about just, you know, the Chandrayaan-2 that we were just a short while back, this is also, you know, in some sense, the precursor to the human space mission that India is looking forward to in 2022. Now, what kind of effort goes, I know you can't express it in a couple of sentences, but give us a sense of the kind of effort that is put in by the scientists much before the actual mission in all these developmental stages.
See, so far as the human space flight program is concerned, ISRO thought about it way back in 2004 and in 2007. Somehow the words came out that ISRO looked forward to, and then some work had been going on. ISRO is generally silent on its own programs, ongoing programs, and when a certain stage is reached, then only they say something on their website. But it has been going on for a long time. But most important thing is, it has to be human safe. You are sending a life up there.
Correct.
So this is the greatest test of any space agency. So therefore you can imagine the kind of tension ISRO goes through. In fact, they enjoy that, because then only the best things come out also. See,
absolutely.
See, for example, when we were denied the cryogenic technology, so then we looked inwards. So we have the passion. See, the scientists, or in fact, Indian mind has the passion of a Majnu. Go and get. That's all. So in 15 years, we got the cryogenic engine and developed it to the extent that today we have been able to launch in the second demonstration flight our this satellite that to be placed in the geostationary orbit.
Yes, absolutely. So there you have the successful launch of Gsat 29, a 3,423 kg communication satellite launched by the heavy lift rocket GSLV Mark III. Many thanks, Professor Kapoor, for giving us a perspective. We are taking a very quick break now. We'll be back with the very latest. Stay with us.
नरेंद्र मोदी कभी भी देश के प्रधानमंत्री नहीं बनेंगे, नहीं बनेंगे, नहीं बनेंगे। लेकिन यहाँ आकर चाय का वितरण करना चाहते हैं, तो हम उनके लिए कुछ जगह बना रहे हैं।
If today we have a chaiwala as Prime Minister, it's because Nehru ji made it possible.